In this video, we're going to dive into the debate of what is better, running outside or running on a treadmill. Now, both of them have their advantages and their disadvantages. So let's look at them both. Now let's look at running outdoors first. First, the pros. First of all, running outdoors uses more energy. And this is because of the wind resistance. Even on a calm day, there's still going to be some wind that you're running into. And of course, when the wind is blowing hard and you're running into the wind, you're going to use up a lot more energy to get through it than you would be if you were just standing there on a treadmill. And of course, when you're running outside, you're going to be running on a variety of surfaces and gradients. You might run on asphalt, concrete, grass and gravel during the course of a typical outdoor run. And even when you're running on a flat surface, it isn't really flat. And each step that you take is going to be different from the one that went before. And research suggests this constant challenge not only strengthens the ligaments and activates a greater variety of muscles, but it also improves your sense of balance. And getting outdoors is just more interesting than being stuck inside a gym. Okay, I know that lots of gyms have TV sets right above the treadmill so you can look at a video as you're jogging along, but it's not really as interesting as being outside in the outdoors. And of course, when you go for a run outdoors, you can combine it with other purposeful activities. You know, you can jog to the bank or to the post office or go to work that way. And you'll meet different people, and by and large, it gives you a break from technology, because when you're out running, it's a good idea to leave your headphones and your smartphone behind so that you can really enjoy the environment, especially if, like this lady here, you're going for a run in your local park or somewhere like that. Okay, now the cons. Well, I suppose the biggest downside to running outdoors is safety. Going running in a bad neighborhood or at night carries the risk of getting mugged. So, of course, when you're nice and safe in your gym on a treadmill, that's not likely to happen. Then there's motivation. You've actually got to get out and go and do it. And you have to plan your run ahead of time instead of just popping to the gym on a whim and getting your stuff out of your locker. You've got to get changed into your running clothes either at home, or if you're going to go for a jog lunchtime at work, you've got to carry them all with you, and you've got to find somewhere to get changed into them, or you've got to carry them in the back of your car, and then you've got to go out and you just can't be bothered. That's a big downside to running outdoors. And the weather plays a role too. When it's cold and wet, a warm, dry gym can have its attractions. Likewise, when the weather is hot, a treadmill in an air-conditioned gym could actually be better for you. So let's talk about running on a treadmill. First, the pros. Well, first of all, it's convenience. You can train regardless of the weather or the time of day. And if you have young children, you don't have to worry about childcare. You can set up a treadmill at home and run after they've gone to bed, or run while they're watching TV, that sort of thing. You don't actually have to find somebody to watch your kids while you go out for a run outdoors. And you get more exact statistics when you run on a treadmill. You can calculate the exact distance, the calories burned, etc., etc. And you can also set the pace very evenly. And if you have bad knees, then the cushioned effect of a treadmill can actually be very beneficial. And it's easy to stay hydrated. You don't have to carry water around with you, for example. And you can take a shower right afterwards, because they generally have showers at the gym, or if you're setting up your treadmill at home, you can simply have a shower at home. Okay, now let's look at the downside of running on a treadmill. First of all, because you're on a moving surface, your stride is going to be artificial. When you're running on a treadmill, you use your quads to push off. Now, if you were running outdoors, you would typically rely on your hamstrings to finish the stride cycle and lift your leg behind you. But on a treadmill, the propulsion of the belt does much of the work for you. And this means your hamstrings don't get worked as much as they would do if you were running outside. And the extra effort demanded of your quads can also be detrimental. And the fact that you're always running at the same angle also means that some muscles get used more than others, and you don't get any experience of handling gradients. Now, of course, you can always put some blocks under the treadmill to create an incline to overcome this, though. So, which is better, outdoor or treadmill? Well, both. Best advice is to run outdoors whenever you can, but use the treadmill to maintain fitness levels when outdoor running isn't possible or practical.